All right, Oliver, we have some amazing news to announce to your fans, which is that we bought a new house. Yeah, so Oliver, we're moving into a new house. We're actually closing on Monday, so in 4 days. Oliver has not yet been able to see this new house, sadly, because he was not allowed during our original tour or the home inspection. Oliver is very bored by this idea. Well, there's going to be treats in this new house too. So yeah, we're really excited to introduce you to this new place. We're definitely going to do a video showing you Oliver's first reactions to the new house. So we started thinking about this journey last year when we were in California because Oliver really loved the backyard that we had in the house that we were renting there. And we really thought it would be amazing if we could get a house here in Illinois that had a backyard too. So we started looking. It was not easy. It's not a great market for people looking to buy a house, but we finally found what we think is the perfect house for Oliver.
Yeah, we're really excited. It has, of course, a really big backyard, which is a big criteria for us. It was really important for us because we think Oliver will love sniffing out all the nooks and crannies and tracking the squirrels that come in and running down the road. Yes, lots of wildlife. And yeah, I think that we just want to be a little bit, have some nature, and it's be just so much easier too to just open the door and just let Oliver go outside.
It's going to be amazing to be so close to nature, Oliver. So we're in a townhouse right now. We've been living here for how long, Wayne?
10 years.
For 10 years. So we thought it was time for something different, to get a little bit closer to nature, to be able to have a garden, to be able to have a sort of almost like his own dog park for Oliver to run around in. And actually the interiors of the house, really, we think Oliver's going to like as well. There's this open floor plan, kind of like what we have here, where he can look, he can be sitting in the family room and look right into the kitchen. Basically the kitchen and the family room are all one big room at the back of the house with lots of light, and it leads directly out into the backyard from there. So we're super excited. We're going to show it to you on Monday. The journey. Let's talk about the journey.
Yeah, it's been hard in the sense of like it's a competitive market out there, and we certainly looked at a lot of houses, so maybe like 30 or 40 maybe. And right now we are very happy though with where we ended up. But the first house though that we tried to bid on was this beautiful blue 1920s Dutch colonial, and we fell in love with it. It was magical. And it was just very charming. It just seemed like the right size too. Had a magical willow tree in the backyard. And we just thought it was like great for Oliver. The only thing though is that a lot of other people also thought it was very magical too. And a lot of bidders came in, and we thought it was a pretty good bid, over asking, and we were just blown out of the water. Like there were
even close.
Nowhere close. The final bid was way over. Someone just rolled right in. There's lots and added a lot more. So we were quite bummed out that we didn't get it. It was definitely a great neighborhood too, very charming. But there were some, after you don't get something, you then reflect and we realize, oh yeah, there's some couple flaws with it too. So, for instance, it's not a very open floor plan. It's a 1920s house, so it's charming in its own way. But definitely, there was no like living room, family room right next to the kitchen where Oliver could look into the kitchen as he often likes to do, and just sleep and look out for treats and all that. And then also, it had a finished basement like all the Chicago houses do, but it did smell a little bit like mold in there, so I don't think mold is very good.
No, not good for Oliver.
There would be some problems, so some issues we'd have to tackle.
We still would have worked with it. We would have loved it, but in retrospect, it's okay. It's okay. We got the house we got instead of that first house. So that was our first house we bid on. We didn't get it, and the second house. That was a really interesting house too. It was more, recent build. It was 2000, what was it year? Was it
it's 2005.
2005, so it was newer. And it did actually have more of an open floor plan, which was nice and had been really nicely kept up, and even some more recent renovations than 2005. Beautiful condition. There was just one major problem. I guess there's two major problems. One was that the backyard wasn't fenced, and it was going to be hard to actually fence it because there were a lot of trees and shrubs out there, and we didn't necessarily want to have to tear down a lot of trees and shrubs to put up a fence.
And
then
there are also like 5 neighbors.
5 neighbors,
that
so
we'd have to negotiate with.
we'd have to negotiate with all of them.
To build a fence.
I guess 3 things, because the other one was, it was quite close to a busy road. It wasn't on the busy road, but the backyard kind of sort of almost faced onto the busy road. And then the third thing was, it was in a floodplain. Now, whether there actually would be a flood or not is a question. And the previous owner said they hadn't had any flooding, at least not inside the house. So they did say there was a little bit of flooding in the yard at one point. And that made us a little bit nervous, but we wanted to get a house. There was a lot of people bidding on lots of different houses. So we did put in an offer at over asking, but it was not accepted. So in the end, we weren't so sad about that one because Oliver doesn't really like water. So we were just imagining these flood waters. Of course, they wouldn't be that high, but Oliver just doesn't want to get wet. So we decided it'd be best to, try a different approach, which is to find a house that wasn't in a floodplain. So we did that, Oliver. We found a house that isn't in a floodplain. That's much better, isn't it? He agrees, I think. So that was the journey that led us to our house, the place that we're buying, the place that Oliver's going to see in just 4 days, Oliver, and we'll definitely show you the video of Oliver exploring the new house. It's going to be a big change, and we will be sad to say goodbye to this place. We've been here for almost 10 years?
10 years.
We've been here for 10 years, and Oliver's spent his whole life here, except when we've been in California. We've got a lot of wonderful memories here, so it's going to be hard to say goodbye. We are super excited to be moving to a place with a backyard, though, where we can be closer to nature, and Oliver just have his own little dog park right in the backyard. So please join us and watch as we do the big move to your new house, Oliver. So what do you think, Wayne? It's going to be fun?
It is. There's lots of work we got to do, like the fence in the new house needs a little bit of repairing and all that.
Yeah,
and,
a little bit of renovating.
A little bit of renovating, but we're very excited for it. It's been, it's hard because, we brought Oliver home as a puppy to here, but there's many new adventures ahead, and we're looking forward to becoming homeowners of a yard now. We have to get all the yard equipment, I guess, and figure out how to do all that.
We're going to become gardeners. You going to help us garden, Oliver? I'm sure he will. You'll do lots of digging. It is a little bit further north, so it's actually not in Chicago. It's about 15 minutes further north from where we are now, but we could still go to Chicago. We're not that far away, and we're going to get to meet our neighbors and hopefully some other friendly, happy dogs. And yeah, Oliver, it's super exciting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining us on all of our journeys across the country, and now our journey to a new house. Yay! Oliver's like, when's lunch? Well, we can have lunch now too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye.